excited for upcoming superhero movie?
What?
Like, I can't wait for superhero character to battle villain character in a city until everything gets destroyed, just like 9/11.
Oh, it's a bit. You're doing a bit. You're doing a joke about how all superhero films reference our most recent national tragedy. Fun.
It's all of them.
I don't know. Pretty sure we've been blowing up buildings in movies since forever.
Yeah, destruction's great.
Completely the best. When it's fictional, though.
But it's the only thing that happens. Think about it. Avengers, Civil War, Captain America, Thor, Thor 2, Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel. In the 90s, when we were being potty trained and learning to wrestle sharks, superheroes would prevent the destruction.
Learning to what? Potty train?
Now, they just respond to it.
Wait, is your point that superhero movies are getting more realistic?
No, I mean, they're still about space Vikings and mutants and nice billionaires, but they take place in a world that's more similar to ours.
That's true. And Hawkeye's basically just rounding up and protecting civilians like a standard cop or firefighter would.
Spider-Man was being made during 9/11. They had to cut a scene involving the World Trade Center, and then they added a scene where some New Yorkers come together and support Spider-Man.
Hey, you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with all the New Yorkers, a pizza pie, forget about it.
With one of us, you mess with all of us.
Yeah, let's not. We
No,
don't-
never again.
But also, never forget.
Of course.
But are you sure this is a 9/11 thing? I mean, it's not a coincidence that we started making superhero movies the second the CGI technology got good enough for us to do it convincingly?
That's part of it, sure. But it's also true that the superhero arc is identical to what America went through after 9/11.
Do you need me to interject? Or
All superheroes start off by going through a major tragedy. Batman loses his parents, Tony Stark gets a chest full of shrapnel, Thor loses his favorite hammer.
Don't minimize that. Mjolnir was forged by Eitri of Uru.
But then they learn from this experience, and they either get stronger or like build some robot armor and go on to solve bigger problems. Peter Parker's post-Uncle Ben life is like America post 9/11.
But these superheroes and their origins existed in comic book form for decades before 9/11.
Yeah, but in the context of these films, Hollywood isn't just throwing in 9/11 references for shock value. It's allowing us to process the tragedy through the lens of fiction. That's why the further you get from 2001, the more morally complicated the superhero movies get. Like, Iron Man deals with the corruption in the military-industrial complex. Batman in Dark Knight does wiretapping and extradites a foreign national. Watchmen is...
I mean, I read the graphic novel book, so I know what it's about.
Yeah, me too. It's...
We shouldn't just like,
No.
no reason to get into the themes of what it's about.
Of course not. The point is, we're projecting ourselves and our moral decisions onto these characters so that we can more easily reflect on them.
Like Japan and Godzilla.
Exactly.
Do you actually already know what I'm talking about, or I had a whole thing prepared?
I'm super interested, but I kind of forgot how to admit that I don't know something.
Cool. So Godzilla and those early kaiju films, that was how the people of Japan were processing their feelings about nuclear bombs after Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Giant, silly robot monsters?
Silly. The first Gojira was dark as hell. It was filmed just a few months after the US accidentally caught a Japanese fishing boat in a bomb test experiment. And the movie opens with Godzilla destroying a Japanese fishing boat. It was actually pretty on the nose.
Was Gojira criticized for exploiting national fears in a crass way?
Sure was.
It's a shame, because silly fiction is often the best way to explore difficult or painful concepts.
Comedy, too.
Indeed.
Like Spaceballs.
What?
Oh, are you familiar with the Black Jacobins, the Haitian Revolution? It's basically Spaceballs. So Lone Star is essentially Toussaint Louverture. The Perihil, I suppose, is Barf the dog? No, that can't be right.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. If you want to subscribe, hit the big C. If you want to watch more videos, hit one of the boxes on the side. Don't forget to hit the bell so you'll know when we'll post more videos. And I'll see you around.